stoppage, an injury to McGregor. Just your reaction to that whole situation and how it unfolded with Conor and Dustin on Saturday night.
Yeah, like pretty wild way to end it. Yeah, I didn't see how bad the break was till the photos started coming out, and he just looks like Captain Hook, and he's like hopping on the nub. I was like, man, he's like full on broke his leg. At first I was like, what? Was he going to be able to recover in the round? But nah, like that snapped. That's a fight ended then and there. But yeah, just as he does, that's what makes Conor McGregor so dangerous, is that he comes out and he's like an incredibly fast starter. But that's a dangerous game, just coming out and just winging kicks without really finding your opponent or finding the range. That's like a pretty dangerous way to approach the fight.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate. I think we're hearing now, I mean, minimum McGregor could come back as next year with, the break and everything. We're sort of seeing some updates. I don't know if you've ever suffered an injury that bad. I don't think so. But do you think Conor will ever be the same from suffering an injury like that, especially, in the prime of his career?
That's up to him. That's not a call anyone else can make. Dominic Cruz coming back from multiple ACL tears, which is pretty much like the worst possible injury there is. So I feel like those are far more serious. Like if I had to pick personally between a torn ACL and a broken leg, I would take the broken leg, because you have the surgery, it gets pulled back into place, the bone is set, and then there's no longer any worry about it once the bone is healed after 6 weeks. But it's like an ACL tear can take 6 months, a year, and then they tear again, and then you're going around in circles. So I feel like, but it's entirely up to him. Fairly straightforward injury to recover from. For me, I think they'll do Diaz. They'll do Diaz. That's what I would.
You mean Conor and Diaz for his return fight?
Yeah, Conor Diaz. Like that fight's another one that kind of has to happen. So it's like that's like a good fight to get him back on track.
We found out the judges, I think two of them had scored the round 10-8 for Dustin. Did you agree with that being a 10-8 round? Because I think some people have suggested that a lot of the damage was done when he was actually injured, and then it was the referee who stepped in, and then they realized it was an injury. But did you think that was a 10-8 round?
Oh, like that definitely would have been taken into account, and that's something like you didn't see. But that was like, yeah, like that's under the new scoring system, right? Where like 10-8 rounds are handed out far more leniently, I think. Yeah, I wouldn't argue against that being a 10-8 round whatsoever.
We also found out, kind of under the radar, that Rafael dos Anjos was going to be the backup for this fight. Were you surprised to hear that?
Yeah, well, that didn't get announced till the last minute that he was going to be the backup. Yeah, like someone had to step up to the plate and be the backup. Like that's like with me taking the risk of the last fight, like that definitely played a part in it, taking the Michael Chandler fight or whatever, but just playing that McGregor roulette, at the time someone gets injured and someone has to step into that main event. That's the kind of paycheck that can change your life. So that had to play a part in it.